Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 26. We are on day 8, and we are getting things started with, well, normally it's a series of tag matches, but we're actually getting things started with a singles match between Ryusuke Taguchi and David Finlay. So this is going to be very interesting. We've got a strange dynamic here. John, what do you think?
I mean, absolutely. I think David Finlay's got a great upside. Taguchi, I mean, he's no slouch either, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. So we'll see how these two mix it up.
Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got our New Japan World player set to 1325. If you don't have New Japan World, I would highly recommend taking a look at maybe buying it. It's only just over $8 a month, and if you buy it for July and August, that's just under $17 total, and you get to watch the entirety of G1 Climax, including the finals, which is sure to be amazing, and it's a better value than the WWE Network. So that being said, when we say go, we have our player set to 1325, and when I say go, we will be hitting the play button. 3, 2, 1, go. Taguchi taking his shirt off, getting ready to put that ass to use.
Yeah, I mean, to call Taguchi unorthodox might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, this is a guy, he primarily relies on the hip attack, made famous by, such people as Rikishi, Umaga. It's mainly, I've noted it's mainly a Samoan thing, comes more from the Samoan tradition. I don't really know many other people that do it, but then in steps Taguchi, who is now working a wrist lock on David Finlay, son of Fit Finlay. Fit Finlay's got to be very proud of what his son has done with his wrestling career thus far, as
Yeah.
Taguchi now regains the leverage advantage.
And Taguchi is you said it was normally for Samoans. Taguchi is a Japanese guy who's trying to impersonate a Mexican guy, Eddie Guerrero, still doing Samoan moves.
Exactly. So, I mean, Taguchi's a whole new kind of hybrid, a whole new kind of mixture of styles and inspirations. As you see now, he's got the side headlock, and this could be a unique opportunity for Taguchi. When you dig a little bit beyond the surface, partner, because even though it is David Finlay and he's of a young boy status, it's been a while since Taguchi's been in singles. If he can impress, New Japan officials, this victory might be the start of him potentially getting back in the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship hunt.
Yeah, possibly. And it does seem like he's kind of taken this match a little bit more seriously than he normally takes the tag matches. We haven't seen, I don't think, any hip attacks yet.
I think that's
Oh,
going
there's
to
one
be
from
what's.
David Finlay, though.
Well, David Finlay, yeah, certainly kind of sending a message to Taguchi. You
Yeah.
don't intimidate me. This is what I think about you and your rear-based offense. And now David Finlay, I mean, look at him. He's got a swagger about him. He's going to go off the ropes here, but there's the first hip attack from Taguchi, but he got caught almost into like an atomic drop. But there's the hip attack from Taguchi. Rebound gets it done, hooks the leg, 2. David Finlay kicks out.
Taguchi's feeling some pain there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, it's a very sensitive area. You have any kind of contact with it, like a hard kick, or again, almost like a modified atomic drop, like David Finlay kind of did. The pain's going to be excruciating. So Taguchi, for as much as we like to laugh, he is taking a bit of a risk there because of how vulnerable and how sensitive the area is. And now he really amps up the hip attacks there, hooks the leg again. David Finlay kicks out. You're talking Taguchi had quite a rivalry over the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship over a man in the G1 Climax tournament, the leader of the Bullet Club, Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
And ever since that time, ever since that view was gone, I don't think Taguchi's ever quite gotten back to that prominence. So maybe he's taken this more seriously because maybe he knows people like us exist. Almost those dissenting voices that just kind of sigh and they're just like, ugh, Taguchi. And he wants to remind everybody, hey, I'm a very capable, competent performer between these ropes. And yeah, I like to use hip attacks. Yeah, I take great pride in my rear as an offensive weapon. I mean, I call myself the funky weapon. But I am a former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and I'm going to show you why tonight. Now look at
Well,
this hold here.
and I mean, from what I understand, he actually barely used hip attacks, if at all, during the Best of Super Juniors tournament.
Right.
So that he took that much more seriously as well.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, you're talking about Super Juniors for the junior heavyweights is the equivalent of what we're doing right now with G1 Climax. It's all of these junior competitors competing to see who's the best. And I think Taguchi takes a distinction like that quite seriously, as I really like how he's working that body scissors, but David Finlay does find reprieve at the ropes. Taguchi now just going to step on David Finlay here. All that body weight coming down on David Finlay. But this is smart by Taguchi. You know, he started to drive the air out of David Finlay with the body scissors, and now he's continuing that work here.
Yep.
Now you see Taguchi kind of saying, you know, sorry, ref, sorry, we cool. Ref saying, yeah, we're cool, just don't do it again. Picks up David Finlay here, going to maybe be a scoop slam.
Slam.
He does. And now Taguchi, look at that again. Almost like that press. In fact, it's funny because David Finlay's father, Fit Finlay, he used to love doing those kinds of maneuvers. And now Taguchi on the top rope here. And that's not a good time. I think Taguchi just learned how to sing a few octaves higher after that maneuver. And David Finlay now, this could be an opening to mount an offensive. There's a forearm. There's another forearm. There's a third forearm. Taguchi off the ropes, reverses the Irish whip. Could it be the hip attack? No! Forearm there again by David Finlay.
I couldn't tell if that was a forearm or a back elbow, but I think you're right.
Yeah, I do believe it was a forearm. Now going to go in the corner. Could it be an uppercut here?
Yep.
It is an uppercut. Right in the corner, the uppercut aficionado, David Finlay. And now, steamroller there into the other corner. And now, could it be a moonsault?
No, he likes to do a big uppercut out of this.
You're right, and he does. Nice oomph there behind that uppercut. Stacks Taguchi up, too. Taguchi kicks out. David Finlay has got to have a sense of urgency right now. He knows he's in the ring with a former junior heavyweight champion, one-on-one, nobody to tag, nobody to rely on but your own self, your own ability. Forearms there by Taguchi. This could be a huge win for David Finlay if he could somehow string it together. It doesn't seem likely, but we've seen upsets before. Goes for the sunset flip. Taguchi, though, trying to maintain the leverage. Went for the hip attack there. You know, another kind of bonsai drop almost.
Yeah, that was almost like a standing bonsai drop off the mat.
Exactly. David Finlay now has regained the vertical. He's going to pick Taguchi back up. Nice knee to the midsection there. Taguchi receding into the corner. Irish whip into the Irish opposite corner there. David Finlay now. Taguchi charging. Back elbow. David Finlay now still mounting the offensive. On the top rope. Drop kick. No! Taguchi counters. Rolls David Finlay through. And now look at the ankle lock here by Taguchi. Rolls through. David Finlay able to alleviate the pressure. Hip attack. No. David Finlay caught him. Back into the ankle lock there by Taguchi. What a sequence, folks. Taguchi, though, on the dominant end. He's got the submission hold here. David Finlay finds reprieve at the ropes again. David Finlay does not want to quit. He does not want to give this match to Taguchi tonight. A one-on-one victory could be huge. I mean, you talk about Super Juniors, brother. I mean, you're probably looking at two people that are going to be in that Super Juniors tournament next year. And now Taguchi, there's the hip attack again. And there's another one really rocking David Finlay's. I mean, that's right at the head. It's got to mess with your equilibrium, something fierce. And now Taguchi, maybe thinking about ending it here, but David Finlay there with the drop kick. And it actually connected. There was no blocking on that. David Finlay now picking Taguchi up. Could it be a brainbuster here? No. Taguchi slides out, lands on his feet. Went for the lariat. David Finlay caught a backbreaker over the knee. Just folds Taguchi up into the lateral press, too. And the kick out by Taguchi. You know David Finlay wanted that bad. That look on his face on that pin. He thought he had it, but Taguchi staying in it. And now, I'm going to pick Taguchi up again here. David Finlay, uppercut there. Rocks Taguchi. Another uppercut. And now and he maintains the hold here, folks. And there's another one. David Finlay relying on those strikes off the ropes. Oh, nice jumping. I believe that was a Gamangiri partner. And now, could it be? No! Victory roll counter. 2. Taguchi reverses. 2. And another kick out, but back to the ankle lock. Taguchi never losing control of the leg there. That was brilliantly done by the funky weapon, and I hope I never have to say that sentence again. And David Finlay gets to the ropes. No, almost at the ropes for a third time. Taguchi makes sure that doesn't happen. Plants him down. What a face buster. 2, 3 count. What a match.
That finisher was kind of like a tiger lift into a wheelbarrow facebuster. Very interesting.
I agree. Very unique maneuver employed there by Taguchi to end it. And I'll tell you, this is a very game David Finlay tonight. Back and forth these two went. And that's the kind of competitive match you can expect when you have two people in the same weight class. They were both juniors, and they both went out there, and they tore it up. I think that was one of the best opening matches we've had at G1 Climax for me personally. I enjoyed that.
I think that was one of the best Taguchi matches we've ever seen.
Yeah, I would agree. I haven't seen a Taguchi match that good since his championship bouts with Kenny Omega.
Yep.
And I think Taguchi realizes he was taken to the limit. He's going to check on David Finlay here. I'll tell you, that match, David Finlay has got nothing to be ashamed of about that performance. That's the closest I've seen him come to ensnaring a victory for himself here at G1 Climax 26-2016.
And to be fair, I think that Taguchi really took him seriously.
I agree, and I think a serious Taguchi is one that I could actually enjoy. I mean, you know, the hip attacks weren't obnoxious. I think Taguchi employed them as he deemed necessary. And, you know, the other things that he did, you know, again, just very enjoyable. I like this match. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I noticed that early on it seemed like he wasn't going for hip attacks, but then David Finlay hit him with a series of his own hip attacks to kind of mock him. And Taguchi kind of had this air about him, like, well, if you're going to use them, I'm going to show you how it's done, and then I'm going to stop using them and beat you the right way.
Exactly. And it's almost like in those gentlemanly times, you know, when you get slapped in the face by a white glove. Well, you can't let that challenge go unanswered. And David Finlay, using Taguchi's hip attacks, that was an ill-advised maneuver because that challenged Taguchi. And said, oh, okay, just like you said, I'll show you how it's done. And he certainly did. As we're getting ready now for tag team action, I'm thinking, is that Yuji Nagata by Kojima? I know that's Captain New Japan.
No, it's Nakanishi.
Oh, that's Nakanishi. You know, I didn't recognize it with all that hair in, like, the graphic, because I don't think he has that dark hair when he actually competes. But he'll be going against the Bullet Club. So that should be a very interesting six-man tag. And so, partner, what are you thinking about the tournament matches today? What do we got on tap for the people?
Oh, you know what? I don't even I know I know it's B block, but I don't even have anything pulled up to actually tell us what the matches are. Let me actually get that pulled up right now, and I can kind of fill everyone in on what we're going to be looking at today.
That's quite all right, partner. We got the Bullet Club making their entrances for life, except for AJ Styles. As we've got now Yujiro Takahashi, Bad Luck Fale, and a man who I believe had such an exceptional performance yesterday, Tama Tonga, against Kazuchika Okada, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. When I tell you, folks, Tama Tonga came within an eyelash of beating the world champion. There was a point in that match he got the head shrinker DDT, and that was as close a near fall as you're going to get without actually getting the 3 count. Meanwhile, Bad Luck Fale, he fell to Tanahashi. Tanahashi finally getting on the board. He's sitting at 1 and 3, but it was in controversial fashion. I mean, Bad Luck Fale, as focused as we've ever seen him, took Tanahashi to the limit, made one mistake, got caught up in the backslide, wasn't able to kick out. And yeah, I mean, we thought that Bad Luck Fale had one of his shoulders shot off the canvas. Referee disagreed. He awarded it to Tanahashi. So in terms of the tournament, not a good day for the Bullet Club. So they're going to be looking to bounce back here in this tag match.
And in the meantime, Yujiro is absolutely on a roll, having picked up, I believe, his last 3 victories in tag matches via that Neil DDT.
Absolutely. I mean, partner, if you were to look at Takahashi last year with his G1 Climax tournament performance, I guarantee you a lot of people probably withdrew their stock. And I say that because I'm pretty sure I was one of them. But if you were to take a glance at him here again this year in these tag team matches, you might be thinking about making a minimal investment. He's certainly been very impressive in this atmosphere, and we'll see if he can continue that run tonight, because I'll tell you what's interesting. One man who's been dominant in these tag team matches, Takahashi, he's going to be going head-to-head with somebody else who's been very dominant, and that's Kojima on the opposing team. Kojima has also had a new life breathed into him thanks to these tag team matches. That Koji Lariat has taken on a credibility that I don't really think it's known for quite some time. I mean, it's put so many people away in these tag matches. But there is Captain New Japan.
And actually, it's interesting because they really are mixing things up for the tag matches today. Normally, they like to put people that are going to be facing each other in G1 in tag matches against each other on the day before. But in this case, Bad Luck Fale is facing SANADA tomorrow, and Tama Tonga is facing Tomohiro Ishii, and none of those guys are in this match.
Yeah, that is a very interesting dynamic. We've seen that before, which I've always found somewhat perplexing. Like, why would you not want to give really both opponents the opportunity to scout one another in the most intimate setting possible, and that's by actively competing against them? And now Bad Luck Fale just taking it right to Kojima in the corner, Tama Tonga working over Nakanishi, and that leaves Yujiro Takahashi on the outside with Captain New Japan.
Well, Captain New Japan's in this match, so I think we have an idea of who's going to be losing.
I think Yujiro Takahashi, may pin him again with that kneeling DDT like he did. What was it? Only 2 days ago?
Yeah.
It was it
Or
was
I guess
crazy.
technically 3 days ago, because I think it happened on Wednesday.
Exactly.
And there's the double shoulder block from Nakanishi and Kojima.
Yeah, great teamwork there. And now Kojima going right after Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga, man, I'll tell you, he really showed me his stock. And look at that double vertical suplex here. One to Tama Tonga, the other one to Takahashi. And now this team is just so in control here. Beautifully done. And now they're just waiting. But Bad Luck Fale now going to reassert his will. Look at that, just really taking them both down. Bad Luck Fale treating Nakanishi like he's nothing right there.
And in the meantime, Tama Tonga and Yujiro have fully recovered.
Exactly. I mean, that's the benefit of having somebody. Look at him, just choking Nakanishi with the boot and everything. That's the benefit of having somebody like Bad Luck Fale in your corner. He comes in, he imposes his will, and everybody else, they get to take a breather. They get to be just fine. And now look at this. Could it be the grenade already to Nakanishi? Nakanishi better power out here. And now he throttles Bad Luck Fale by the throat. Oh, who's going to be able to impose their will? And it is Bad Luck Fale. Knee right to the midsection there.
Almost Kevin Nash-esque.
Definitely. I'd agree with you there, partner. Nakanishi going down to one knee. Now Bad Luck Fale going to take him into the corner. There comes Yujiro Takahashi. And as I was saying earlier, you see Tama Tonga on the corner. He's going to restrain Nakanishi. Tama Tonga really showed me just exactly the depth of his potential with his match with Okada. I thought that was a brilliant outing for Tama Tonga, even in a loss. And I think it's a loss he's going to learn a lot from, if you want my honest assessment. And I think the Bullet Club may be able to come back stronger. May not be able to really do nothing significant in the block. That remains to be seen. I mean, Kenny Omega may still be able to, but I don't know about the other members. But I think Tama Tonga is certainly going to grow from this experience.
Absolutely.
Nice snap.
Let's not allow ourselves to forget, this is Tama Tonga's first ever G1 Climax tournament, and he's been in the company for, I believe, 5 or 6 years.
Right.
So for him to be getting this opportunity, and again, I want to kind of re-emphasize the last time he was in a singles round-robin tournament like this was, I believe, 2011's Best of Super Juniors.
So it's been a long time coming for Tama Tonga to attain this spot.
I think he and Fale were a tag team in a recent version of the G1 Tag League, but then you're working basically half a schedule because you're in a tag team and you only have to work half of any given match.
Exactly. And while it's a great form of, studying and scouting people and seeing what works and doesn't work, you're only going to know the true depth of your ability when you're in there, and you can only rely on your own skill set, as Tama Tonga had to against Okada, and as he has to right now against Nakanishi, and he ducks the lariat. Oh, but the spear! Nakanishi, I mean, that was more or less not just a spear, but him just being like, yeah, we'll just take all of my mass, all of my weight, and see what you can do with it. And Tama Tonga just crumbled. Here comes Kojima.
Is he finally going to be able to get off that damn elbow drop?
That is the most pertinent question
Lightning
upon everybody.
Here we go. He knocked the other two guys off the apron. He might actually be able to do it this time.
Oh, he is just lighting Tama Tonga up. Oh, my God. Tama Tonga, look at him. He's riding from side to side. Kojima, man. Oh, that's got to be excruciating. I don't know. The Marufuji's chops may still be worse. And now Kojima, nice forearm in the corner there.
I mean, we've seen Kojima throw those lightning chops dozens of times at this point, and we've never seen him open someone up with them.
He got it!
Yeah, he got the elbow drop!
He got the elbow drop, too, and it's only a 2 count, though. Oh, but Kojima may be thinking Koji Cutter here. He's kind of making those gestures like he's really wanting to put this thing away. Forearm, another forearm, rapid forearms here. Discus, no, ducks. Tama Tonga with a beautiful drop kick. I'll tell you, you give Tama Tonga time.
Here comes Yujiro.
And now Yujiro, could it be the boot in the corner? He's charging up, and it is, no! Caught by Kojima, wow, but the rake to the eyes there. And now Yujiro, I thought he might have been thinking Fisherman Buster, but no, it's going to be a neck breaker here. And he got it. Yujiro. And now he's going to knock Nakanishi off the apron.
He
Captain New
doesn't even
Japan.
pay attention to Captain New Japan. That's amazing.
He's probably pinned him so many times, he just thinks he's irrelevant. And now Takahashi off the ropes. Oh, the arm got checked there.
Well, how much sense does it make? Oh, there's the Koji cutter.
There is the Koji cutter. And Ashton, again, interesting point I want to make. Well, I think it's going to be irrelevant here in a second. And yeah, I didn't even want to. Wow.
I was even just going to say, how much sense does it make that Yujiro would want to get Nakanishi off the apron and leave Captain New Japan in? Because that guarantees Captain New Japan gets tagged in, and here we are.
Exactly. And oh man, the throat thrust there to Takahashi. I was going to say though, a few moments ago, we had the two guys that were really dominant in tag team matches in the ring together in Takahashi and Kojima, but now it's the New Japan and Takahashi.
It seems like guys who have been in G1 before and aren't in G1 this year are the ones that are dominating in the tag matches.
That's actually a very excellent observation, partner. Kudos to you for making it. Now Nakanishi just takes Takahashi down. And now, Captain New Japan, can you just do the headbutt this time? And actually, he seems to have a greater sense of urgency than when he was with Liger and Tiger Mask. So thanks for letting those guys down.
Well, I mean, you say that, but it's still taking him a really long time.
And it's still irrelevant. Look at that. And now Bad Luck Fale and Tonga clearing the ring of Kojima and Nakanishi. Yeah, those guys will not be a problem, which means... Oh, wait a minute, victory roll!
What?
Two!
Two!
Oh, that was close, but no, Tonga had this panicked look on his face, and now Uranagi there by Captain New Japan. 1, 2, and oh, Tonga broke it up. Bad Luck Fale there again, a bit more gingerly, but even he was able to put a boot on it. And now Nakanishi's going to toss Bad Luck Fale out. Is Captain New Japan going to be able to pull this off? My skepticism says otherwise. And now, went for a throat thrust, I think. Nice kick to the midsection there. Could it be a Fisherman Buster? It is. And now, Takahashi here. 2. And a kick out by Captain New Japan. But is he going to be able to resist that DDT by Takahashi?
I don't know. He's already down on his knees. This might be it. I think he's got him.
I don't know. He is taking a while, but he got it. It's
and
over.
There it is. And
plants him right at the canvas. 1, 2, 3. You notice how the covers are always lax too out of that DDT? Because Takahashi knows it's Captain New Japan. It's my DDT. It's a guaranteed win.
Yeah. Yeah, and not only that, but he always has that DDT immediately follow up the Fisherman Buster, which does a lot of damage as well.
Exactly. I mean, you have to figure the state of the head after eating a Fisherman Buster. You can't even know where you are. And then the DDT is almost like just putting the lights out for good.
Yeah, because the Fisherman Buster almost kind of drops you on the back of your head, and then the DDT is, well, let me screw up the front of your head, too.
Exactly. I'll tell you, Yujiro Takahashi has found a winning formula with that Fisherman Buster kneeling DDT combination.
It's like, let's shift your brain over to this side, and then let's quickly move it over to this side.
And now Bullet Club celebrating. And that's exactly what happens, partner. You're not even wrong. As now, I mean, you see these guys very happy, very pleased with the damage they've done.
And I love, too, that even though he's in the Bullet Club, Yujiro still has, like, basically a knockoff porno music for his theme song.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, Captain New Japan, quite possibly the worst hunter I've ever met in my life. A King Cuerno, you are not, sir. Nakanishi now, and a high five in the fans as now Bullet Club is going to go from the winning aisle, to the back, be able to celebrate a job well done. Yeah, Tonga's feeling good about himself.
Yeah, he is. See if he can carry that confidence over into tomorrow, where he's got a G1 match against Tomohiro Ishii.
Yeah, and that's going to be another intriguing match for Tonga because Ishii he's as tough as they come. And now this tag team match here, Juice Robinson and SANADA, the Juice Robinson and KUSHIDA, I should say, teaming up the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion against SANADA and BUSHI, two representatives of Los Ingobernables de Japón.
And SANADA and BUSHI are a team that you can kind of consider to be the weak link of Los Ingobernables de Japón. They have only won, I think, 2 of their tag team matches so far, and in the meantime, the trio of Bushi, Evil, and Naito are undefeated.
Right.
So, yeah, this is a very evenly matched tag team match here, because you've got SANADA and BUSHI, who are very, very credible. They're very good. They're both exceptional talents, taking on KUSHIDA, who is I mean, he's the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. He's kind of the man around these parts. And Juice Robinson, who is a young boy. But
Right.
at the same time, he's kind of established that he's a little bit higher up in the young boy food chain because he did defeat, I believe it was David Finlay in that one match.
Right.
Wasn't that a couple episodes ago? He defeated David Finlay one-on-one, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And now you've got Bushi here and SANADA, who, while they may be the weak link as far as tag team matches go, now is the time to really get your mind right, particularly for Bushi, because he's going to be sharing a ring with the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion in KUSHIDA. And if he could pin KUSHIDA in this tag match, that would have to send a strong message that hey, I'm the biggest threat to your title reign to date.
Yeah.
And that's a huge opportunity for Bushi and a responsibility that I think he can more than adequately shoulder. As now SANADA, I'll tell you, and you want to talk about somebody that's impressive, SANADA getting things done. His most recent tournament victory over Goto. I mean, I'll tell you, that skull end may be one of the most legitimate submissions I've come across in some time. I mean, just incapacitated Goto, then SANADA was able to hit the moonsault. 1, 2, 3, Goto was done. So SANADA, I think, currently is sitting at an even 2-2 record. He's at the 500 mark.
And as is Goto.
As is Goto. Yeah, he brought him down with him.
Yeah, I mean, a good majority of the A block crop is at 2-2. There are a grand total of 5 people at 2-2 in the A block. One man, Kazuchika Okada at 3-1. One man, Togi Makabe at 4-0. And then we've got 3 men, Tanahashi, Bad Luck Fale, and Tama Tonga at 1-3.
Exactly.
So you've got a massive majority in the 2-2 crop or below. That's 8 men that are either 2-2 or worse.
Right. And I'll tell you, I mean, even if it is ultimately a losing effort for SANADA, I think he's going to go down as one of the prospects in the G1 Climax 2016 tournament that really opened my eyes the most. He is just such an amazing performer. I can't wait to see more of him well beyond this tournament.
Yeah, I think every member, save for Naito since we already loved him so much, but I think every member of Los Ingobernables de Japón has really surprised us over this tournament.
I completely agree with you, partner, and we'll see what more surprises they have in store as their latest opponents are now coming out to the ring, and Juice Robinson and KUSHIDA, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, has been such a dominant champion, once again. Latest title defense was at Dominion, where he beat Will Ospreay in just an absolute clinic. KUSHIDA is definitely cementing his place as one of the greatest junior heavyweights of all time, certainly in New Japan's personal history.
Still fancies himself a time splitter, even though Alex Shelley has moved on.
I like that loyalty, though. I mean, that's a loyal friend right there. And I'll tell you, KUSHIDA has the opportunity now to scout a potential threat and even keep it at bay in Bushi. I just can't help but have this sinking feeling, and I mentioned it the last time KUSHIDA and Bushi shared a ring together, and even though Bushi did not pin KUSHIDA in that tag match, I think that was the 6-man tag where Bushi, Evil, and Naito are undefeated, to your point. I just keep thinking that Bushi is going to get the best of KUSHIDA in one of these tag matches, and that's not going to spell good things for the junior heavyweight champion, as he's now bonding with a fan here. That's so cool. It's got to be very nice for that young man, a memory I'm sure he'll cherish. Is now KUSHIDA ready to go to work here?
And notice he didn't give that dog tag to someone wearing a KUSHIDA shirt. He gave it to someone wearing a Time Splitters shirt.
Friendship goals. But KUSHIDA in the ring now, and I'll tell you, folks, if you're uninitiated with KUSHIDA, he is just another part of this new generation of, cruiserweights, junior heavyweights, the lower weight classes, if you will, that, I mean, yeah, there's a bit of high-flying stuff, but it's more technical, it's more ground and pound, it's more strikes, it's just a more vicious level of cruiserweight, junior heavyweight, and those classes. It's not really what we're used to.
Closer to shoot style.
Exactly. I really couldn't have said it better. I struggled to find the words, and yet here you come in the clutch. Definitely closer to a shoot style. Kushida
Oh, and
that
this
arm
is
apart.
not a good matchup for Kushida's team. Juice Robinson is talented, but Sonata is on another level.
He is. I mean, Juice Robinson, here's the thing. I think Juice Robinson can get to Sonata's level, but the point is, Sonata's at that level right now.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I think Juice Robinson's got all the potential in the world, but Sonata's actually busy realizing his potential right now in the G1 Climax tournament. And now we're going to have.
Let's put
Oh,
it this way. One of these men is a young boy, and the other made Hiroshi Tanahashi tap out.
exactly. Exactly. And now Juice Robinson going to try and work the wrist lock.
And pinned Goto. That's impressive, too.
And Pitt, you're talking Goto, a former IWGP Intercontinental Champion. Now he's got the leverage here. He's transitioned to the hammerlock into the side headlock. I love how fluid all of Sonata's motions are when he's busy just kind of like, with the warm up, kind of getting a feel for his opponent. Look at that. He vaults over Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson now vaulting over Sonata and then uses his legs to kick Sonata up, flip him over there.
I'm trying to remember what two competitors has Sonata lost to, because I know he lost to Okada. Who was the other one that he lost to?
He lost to Okada.
Was it Makabe?
It might have. Yeah, it was Makabe. It was Makabe. You're right. Draw toe hold there to Kushida. Wow, look at the teamwork there.
If that's the case, then Sonata has a very convincing case to say that he's got the strongest 2-2 record right now.
Definitely.
Because his two losses are to the only two men with better records than 2-2.
Exactly.
And his two victories are against Tanahashi, who might only be 1-3 right now, but if you take away that one loss to Sonata, he's 1-2. And his other victory over Goto, who's 2-1 outside of the Sonata match.
Exactly.
So Goto, his strength of victory is fairly strong, and his strength of defeat is phenomenal.
Exactly.
His strength of defeat is literally the best it can possibly be at this point.
Yeah, I agree with you unequivocally. And now Sonata is just picking Juice Robinson apart there amongst the crowd here. Juice Robinson probably wishes he was a fan rather than getting all the punishment dished out that he is by Sonata. And now brings Juice Robinson back in the ring here.
Yeah, he is a young boy, which is not a fan, but the next best thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, and here's the thing, though, and I got to give Juice Robinson credit because any pain, and now look at this, the windmill drop kick here by Bushi, any pain that Bushi and Sonata could inflict on Juice Robinson, he probably already knows mentally because when you're a young boy, Japan takes their pro wrestling very seriously.
Yeah.
And when you're a young boy, they put you through the ringer. I'm talking you cook meals for the veterans, you clean the dojos, you do everything. You do all the heavy lifting, all the hard labor, all that stuff. Because they consider it a privilege to compete within these ropes. And I respect that. I respect that cultural difference rather than what we have in America where, certainly pro wrestling is respected to a point, but it's looked more as like show business and less as like a rite of passage or something.
Yeah.
And now Sonata gets the tag. Juice Robinson being picked apart here. And
John,
Juice Robinson,
if you had to guess how old Bushi is, what would your guess be?
38?
33.
Oh, wow. Not bad. Not bad. And now Sonata there. I think he just got headbutted. He's still going to, though, just keep Juice Robinson away from Kushida. And that's smart. Look, when Kushida gets in there, again, no arm is safe because he'll pick everybody's apart.
Yeah.
And now Juice Robinson, look at that. Look at that. That image. He just wants to tag Kushida so desperately, and Bushida's going to make sure that does not happen. And Sonata, he's already recovering. Juice Robinson better be aware of it. And now Sonata right back at work there. I'll tell you, Los Ingobernables de Japón, even the weak link, as we called them, with Sonata and Bushi, simply because they haven't stringed many wins together, they know the tag team fundamentals. They know how to cut a ring in half. They know how to make you feel so desperate like you're on an island. And now look at Bushi here, kind of sending the referee away. They're going to do more double teams here. No, Juice Robinson hanging on. Boot there to Bushi. Can Juice Robinson rally a comeback? Look at that. Hangs the ropes and on his own momentum carrying him over. Juice Robinson's alone. And there's the axe kick there to Bushi. This could be the moment for Juice Robinson to get the tag. Kushida is a difference maker. Can Juice Robinson get there? Kushida's just itching to get in this match, partner. And now, almost there.
Oh.
Oh no, he got it.
He got him.
And now Kushida, look at, kick right to the head there to start. And now look at him measuring his man. Gonna vault over the rope. Nice lariat there.
Very Adam Page-esque on that.
Definitely relied on the momentum to carry the force of the lariat. And now the first kick to the arm. And here it goes. And, but Bushi caught that. And elbow right to the leg. That's so smart by Bushi. And now, got caught. Inverted atomic drop. Drop kick to the knee. Now it's going to be, I'm guessing, a cartwheel and then a kick to the head. There it is. Kushida is rolling right now. And Bushi's got an amazing opportunity in front of him, but he's got to take advantage of it here. He's getting rocked. And now got the boot up. Let's see what Bushi could do here. Sunset flip.
Kushida might say, channeling his inner sleazy Kyle, I guess.
Exactly, now it goes right for that Kimura. But Bushi, though, great ring awareness. Knew he was close to the ropes. Got the foot there. Kushida has to make the break. And now look at it, though. He's still staying on the arm. He doesn't want to alleviate any of the pressure. And now he has the wrist lock. Wrenches it over. And now it's going to be an arm breaker over the shoulder. Oh, man. Bushi collapsing. I'll tell you, the pain that's got to shoot through your entire body when your arm's being picked apart. But now Bushi. Backslide. Kushida, though, the strength. He might actually have a power advantage. It's the lariat. And now, ducked. Look at that inverted.
Wow.
Beautiful sequence there with Bushi.
I've never seen that, where you miss the enziguri, land on your freaking toe, and shoot off from that with an inverted enziguri. I've never seen that before.
Bushi is an incredible athlete.
That was incredible. Wow. And now we're back to SANADA and Juice Robinson here.
Oh, now look at this. Shades of Dusty Rhodes the Dream with those elbows, and now the snap jabs here. There's another one. Juice Robinson. And just taking SANADA down there.
Left hook.
Beautiful left hook there. Juice Robinson now looking around. I think he's surveying the area. What can I do here? SANADA reversing the Irish whip. And now look at that. Juice Robinson there with the lariat. Juice Robinson feeling it. He's pumped up. He's fired up.
The juice is loose, baby.
I love it. I don't know if he says that, but I think we may start having to use that. What a spine buster there by Juice Robinson.
There's your AA-style spine buster, John.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Arn would have been proud. Lariat in the corner there to SANADA. SANADA now in a seated position. It could be cannonball time for Juice Robinson. Oh, man. There's the cannonball there. SANADA just crumbles, rolls over.
Yeah, that looked like it really caught SANADA, in a way that he wasn't even expecting, I don't think.
Exactly. Now Juice Robinson ascends the top rope. Is he going to soar? Cross body there.
That is such an impressive sight. 1, 2. SANADA kicks out.
He does. SANADA staying in it for his team. Los Ingobernables de Japón is not to be denied. Now Juice
Robinson might not be undefeated, but they've still got, I believe, a 500 record, and they're trying to get above it.
Oh, now look at that. SANADA lands on his feet, sends him into Bushi. Bushi there.
Enziguri.
And now could it be the skull end here?
Yeah, he's got it locked in almost. He just needs to grapevine it with Kushida. Drop kick. Bushi. Kick to the gut. Club over the back. Irish whip. But the handspring back elbow from Kushida.
Excellently done. And now telling Juice Robinson, pin SANADA. I've got this.
I think he's actually telling him to use a finisher on him.
He's
got him up in a fireman's carry.
But again, the waist lock here by SANADA. What a hard elbow, though. Juice Robinson off the rope, still got caught.
And now fireman's carry of his own TKO.
TKO. That could do it there. 1, 2. Juice Robinson kicks out. Can't argue that point. Referee was in perfect position to see Juice Robinson's shoulders. And now, could it be the skull end?
I think so.
Skull end picks him up. Is he going to bring him back down with the body scissors? He does. Juice Robinson's not going to be able to last in this hold. And the ref calls it. It's over.
Yeah, that was quick. Robinson tapped out relatively quickly once SANADA did the grapevine and locked it in properly.
I'll tell you, that skull end better put everybody on notice, because that is a move that wins matches, people.
And hey, as I mentioned before, SANADA, obviously he can't be facing Juice Robinson or Kushida next, so his next opponent is a hell of a redwood. Bad luck Fale.
Yeah. And you know what, though? I think SANADA can chop down that redwood. And honestly, I think the problem that Bad Luck Fale faces, if SANADA is able to get in the skull end fully and completely, including the body scissors, I can't see how Fale would escape. Because when a big man, goes, that way on the canvas, he's sprawled on the canvas. it's very hard to mount any kind of resistance. So
Yeah.
I think SANADA may actually have the advantage here, contingent on him getting in the skull end, as we all know he likes to execute it.
Yeah.
So
And then now, though, here's the thing, John. We've just witnessed 3 really solid matches, but up next, I'm always a huge fan of these crazy, chaotic matches when they happen. We've got a 10-man tag match coming up.
who we got?
Tanahashi, Makabe, Tenzan, Jushin Thunder Liger, and Tiger Mask 4 versus Okada, Marufuji, Ishii, Goto, and Geto.
Oh, wow. That is stacked tag team action. If I've ever heard it, guys, that's going to be upcoming.
And there's a
Kushida
lot of hype, too, for our G1 matches coming up tomorrow. Tenzan versus Okada, Makabe versus Marufuji, and Tanahashi versus Goto.
That's going to be very interesting bouts, particularly Tanahashi versus Goto. I'll be curious how that works itself out.
I mean, let's not allow ourselves to forget, even though right now, if you had to kind of ask yourself who's higher up on the card, you would say Tanahashi. Goto has a better record than Tanahashi right now.
That is correct.
Tanahashi, however, does have 1 win under his belt, so maybe if he can get that streak going, he can knock Goto down to 2-3 and climb himself up to 2-3.
Yeah, they would be on an even playing field, and Goto doesn't want to experience that any more than he has to.
No.
He's already experienced it once thanks to SANADA.
Yeah.
I think he would like to keep his edge over Tanahashi because not many men can say, hey, I have an edge over Tanahashi, so we'll see what happens.
And now, Pro Wrestling Noah, that means Marufuji.
Yeah, Marufuji coming out. This man's really opened my eyes. I think much like SANADA, I've learned a lot about Marufuji. I know you were already a fan of his going into this tournament. You've known about him for a good while. But
Couple years now.
I think he's really opened a lot of eyes, and I'll tell you what else, he's opened a lot of chests. He's popped a lot of blood capsules, just making chests just bleed out. Those chops are
I mean, you said blood capsules. I think you meant capillaries.
Capillaries, thank you.
Yeah, he's definitely popped some capillaries and broken blood vessels and broken skin because he literally had Tenzan's chest bleeding.
Exactly. So, he's broken out and he's breaking chests. Marufuji here.
Yeah, and then, you know what, too? The one thing that I don't think Marufuji gets enough credit for that we really should talk about more is how innovative he is.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we love giving him all this credit for his insanely fast and powerful chops, and he definitely deserves that credit, but this is a guy that's innovated quite a lot in his day.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're talking a lot like Tenzan, a guy that just comes up with moves that gets the job done. He's so fun to watch in there because he is as creative as he is.
I mean, we talk about the Shiranui. It's basically sliced bread number 2, and he's the guy that made it.
Exactly.
And sliced bread number 2 has gotten a lot of mileage in the WWE between the Brian Kendrick and now All Red Everything Eva Marie.
Right.
Yeah. So he knows what he's doing. And I mean, Emerald Flosion and Tiger Flosion and different modified versions of Emerald Flosion are his innovation. And that's basically where you lift somebody up, and it's kind of an inverted DDT, almost like a Bloody Sunday, but it's more pile driver-esque.
I mean, there's got to be nothing more gratifying when we live in an age where nothing new is under the sun than to say that you've innovated
Oh, and by the way, he also innovated a curb stomp.
There you go. I mean,
the proper, like the Seth Rollins curb stomp before it got banned.
There can be nothing more gratifying than innovating maneuvers between those ropes. As I said, when we live in an age where nothing new is under the sun, both Marufuji, Tenzan, and others can lay claim to doing just that, as now we look at the opposing team so stacked in there. I mean, Okada, Goto, and I mean Ishii, there he is, and everybody is just so dominant. And now Okada, speaking of dominance, Okada, if I'm not mistaken, has a record of 3-1, correct?
That is correct. He has got the second best record in this tournament, and I think he might actually be facing Makabe, isn't he?
Is he facing Makabe tomorrow?
No. He's facing Tenzan.
Okay.
But
well, still, great opportunity for Tenzan. You know,
we're talking about Makabe. Makabe's opponent tomorrow is Marufuji, so let's hype up for that because that's going to be an amazing match as well.
I mean, Makabe, no offense to him, but he is going to get tested in the biggest possible way because Marufuji is not a pushover. And I'll tell you, Makabe may
And if
take...
Makabe pulls that macho bullshit that Ishii pulled with Marufuji and asking him to chop him more, he's going to get his chest all kinds of screwed up and probably caved in.
Exactly. You know, you don't want to run that risk. And while Makabe may be proud of his 4-0 record, as he should be, because that is quite a feat in a tournament like this, like you said, you know, the rest of his schedule is brutal. It's kind of like when a football team has some of the weakest teams in the league to start out with, and then maybe their bye week isn't even that far behind, but then you face all of the Super Bowl caliber contenders. Yep. That's where I see Makabe. He's gotten...
And you're 100% correct, John. That's a great parallel to make, actually.
Yeah, and now Makabe, though, we're going to see what he's really made of, because, yeah, quantitatively you're looking at a 4-0 record, but when you really dig underneath, and we did when he got his 4-0 record, we looked at it qualitatively. Who were the men he beat to amass that record? I don't really think it says a lot about Makabe himself. We're really going to see the true limits of his capabilities, you know, tomorrow against Marufuji. That's going to be a fascinating match to watch unfold.
Yep.
Because I'll tell you something else, partner. I think if anybody can figure out an ingenious counter to Makabe's, you know, corner German, either I'm going to German you off the top rope or you're going to eat the steel post, then I'm going to do it, which precedes the King Kong knee drop. I think if anybody can find a way out of that, it is Marufuji. So, you know, going to be very interesting to see what he comes up with.
Well, and of course, let's not allow ourselves to forget that we already had somebody figure that out just yesterday, or I guess on Thursday.
Exactly.
And I believe, who was it that defeated, or no, Makabe still won, didn't he? I forget who it was, though.
He still won. I forget who he beat. But I know that they got back elbows originally, and they got him off.
Tenzan.
It was Tenzan, okay. I thought it might have been.
It was Tenzan, and yeah, like I think his head met ring post once, but then he found a way out of that predicament with back elbows.
Exactly. As now, look at this. We are getting a preview of tomorrow. Makabe backing up Marufuji in the corner and just gets booted right in the face.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, he can handle the stuff to the face, and I'm sure he can handle some of the stuff to the chest, but with Marufuji, you don't want to deal with the chest slaps.
But let's look at the other side of the coin, partner, as these two now going away. And there's the first chop there by Marufuji. Makabe just being like, seriously, that's what all the hype is about? Nice overhand chop there by Makabe. Again, though, Marufuji chops him. Back and forth, overhand versus knife edge. And now it's really getting aggressive early here. Really escalating. And Marufuji, oh man, these two go back and forth.
And you can see already on Makabe's chest, he's getting that purple marking that we've seen on Fale, on Tenzan, on Ishii.
But look at Makabe, though. He won that exchange. Now charging in the corner, it got met with a back elbow.
Did he win that exchange?
Well, I mean, it left Marufuji kind of staggered. There's a
It might have, but Marufuji doesn't have a massive purple mark on their chest.
That is true. Oh, Makabe missed the lariat, but got the other
lariat. Yeah,
left lariat connecting. And like I was saying, partner, and I think it tags
look at this. Makabe tried to back Marufuji into the corner. Marufuji reversed the momentum and got Makabe in the corner.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Makabe, look at his chest.
Makabe even has a look on his face.
Ishii literally has scabs on his chest from when Marufuji was chopping him.
Yeah, but now here comes Jushin under Liger. No, Marufuji's chops. There's no remorse.
No, there isn't.
He will
is a killer, man.
He will bloody it, he will redden it, and he will not think twice. It's now Ishii and Jushin under Liger. No offense to Liger, but I don't think I've ever seen quite a mismatch as this one.
I bet the guys that have their chests chopped by Marufuji wish that it would only get red, but it goes full-blown purple, my friend.
Right.
Look at this! Jushin Thunder Liger with the power. Oh, ducks the clothesline.
What a shoulder block, though, by the Stone Pitbull. I'll tell you, he bares his teeth, nobody's safe. And Liger should have known better in my mind. You're a legend. You're supposed to be smarter than this.
Well, and speaking of Marufuji, even though those chops were super effective on Thursday, he learned that the hard way, that you mess with the Pitbull, you get the teeth.
Exactly. And I mean, I was going to say, since we're already talking about a Marufuji loss, if he loses again tomorrow to Makabe, let's think about what that means for Makabe. As you've already noted in previous days of the G1 Climax, Makabe is guaranteed a winning record if he could get past Marufuji tomorrow.
That's true.
And that is huge.
It is.
That is absolutely huge. Now Liger going to go off the ropes here. Baseball slide to Ishii. Great teamwork between him and Tiger Mask the Fourth. I would not mind if these guys tried to gun for. I'm guessing they would compete for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles, right? If they were to be in the tag team division.
Who?
And Liger and Tiger Mask.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, so and now the boots being put to Liger by Goto and Geto.
I wasn't sure to whom you were referring.
That's quite all right, partner. Energy's high. Names could get lost in the shuffle.
Oh,
and now look at this
Geto.
Here. Man, Liger is just having a tough time there.
Yeah, it's time to make a tag, bud. Oh, and in comes Okada.
Well, one team did make a tag, just not the one, that's really needs to do
they did
exactly.
it because they wanted to, not because they needed to. And now Tope
Tamako there. Little senton over the ropes. Beautifully done there by Okada. Now he's going to go into lateral press.
Only a 1 count.
Liger, though. Not to be insulted. Don't think you can pin me after a move like that. Now Geto tags in. I like the fresh tags here. Okada, it only seems like he was in this match for maybe 30 seconds.
Geto is good. Talking all kinds of trash to Jushin Thunder Liger. What did he do to you, man?
I don't know if I approve. There's an overhand chop by Liger. Liger certainly doesn't approve. There's another overhand chop, and now look at that. Rake in the eyes blatantly is Geto. And
I feel like, how does an eye rake work when the guy's wearing a mask?
I don't know. Maybe it kind of distorts the vision because it moves the mask, and then that just becomes a whole other kind of cumbersome. But look at the forearms. Goto is laying into Liger, doing his best Shibata impression, it seems like. Good God.
Yeah, I mean, Goto and Shibata are a former tag team. Mayu Tag.
Exactly. Nice corner layer there. Goto now going to go to the top rope. I wonder if he's thinking elbow drop or what he's thinking about.
Oh, and look at Tenzan.
Tenzan, though, holding on. Liger there with the palm strike, I think that was. Could it be a superplex here?
Liger doing more in this tag match than we've seen him do in any other.
And there's the superplex to Goto there.
I mean, it was only off the middle rope, but it's still very effective. And now he's got an opportunity. He might even tag Tenzan in, since Tenzan helped him out there. No, it's Tanahashi. It's the ace.
It's the ace of the old guard. There's back elbow there.
Geto, and then
clears everybody out.
The crossbody just takes everyone. And already a dragon screw, softening up Goto for their matchup tomorrow.
Yeah, this is one hell of a preview. You're talking about two of the best performers New Japan has to offer. Crossbody in the corner there by Tanahashi to Goto. He's quickening the pace. Slams Goto down.
We know what comes follow this up with.
Flipping senton. Upcoming here.
Kind of a Tope Atomiko of his own, right?
Exactly. Definitely. 2. And Goto kicks out.
Only without the slingshot aspect.
Exactly. And now Tanahashi here. Could it be Sling Blade? No.
He wants it, but Goto says no. Ushi, no.
And Goto, nice forearm there to Tanahashi. Tanahashi responds. Back and forth, these two men go. Who's going to get forearm supremacy here?
I don't know if I'm Tanahashi. I don't know if I want to even have this exchange with Goto. Oh, and look at this. Tanahashi on another level right now.
So smart to change it up with the body shot and then the uppercut. Now off the ropes, going to be Sling Blade this time. No, Goto ducks again. Check the arm. Then drives the head and neck into the knee.
You know, that move, as effective as it is technically illegal. You're not supposed to be able to grab someone's hair like that.
That is true, but you know what? I think Goto kind of reassessed his past game plan last year, said, I'm tired of running a clean ship. I'm tired of doing everything by the book. I'm just going to take little liberties here and there.
And now we get Tenzan in there with Okada. There's Ishii, and I think he's going to just kind of leave Marufuji alone because he doesn't want his chest to get opened back up.
And now, partner, I'm going to ask you more of a personal question here as Tenzan now working the Mongolian chops into Okada. What do you think it means to Tenzan as Tenzan's in the twilight of his career to be able to climb back in the ring with the world champion, to have those IWGP Heavyweight Championship, stakes at play here? Because if he beats Okada, Tenzan would have claim to a future title shot. Do you think that's weighing on his mind?
Absolutely. It has to be. I think that's huge, and I think that that's kind of something that... And look, he's also got scabs on his chest from Marufuji. Wow. Marufuji, you're going to be able to tell who's faced Marufuji recently just by looking at their chest. But anyway, I think Tenzan is sort of at a point now. Maybe he feels like his career is winding down. Maybe that's why Kojima gave him his G1 spot, because Kojima feels like he's got more in him and he wants Tenzan to be able to participate in G1 in his last career year, maybe.
Right.
We'll see.
Neckbreaker there by Okada. And I'll tell you, Tenzan's opportunity to climb back in there with the heavyweight champion of the world, a championship that he is familiar with. But I mean, to be able to beat Okada and say one more time, can I make the climb one more time? Scoop slam by Okada. It's going to be one hell of a match.
And you know what? I think if Tenzan does manage to beat Okada, I mean, I think that's another sign that he might be retiring soon, because that might be his kind of final plea at another, opportunity at a championship. Maybe he kind of digs down and finds something in himself he didn't even know he had to really, get that last run out.
I mean, we've seen comeback stories before. There's
the falling wheel kick.
Falling wheel kick there. We saw, Ric Flair, he came back. 2002 had one hell of a career. Hulk Hogan, ended up coming back, ended up winning the Undisputed Championship one last time. Could Tenzan be in that category? Here comes Tiger Mask. What a cross body there to Okada.
Tiger Mask in the ring with Okada is something I'd like to see more of. Tiger Bomb.
Tiger Bomb already, too. And Okada able to kick out on his own volition. Notice he didn't need that pin to be broken up. That's what makes him the world champion. Flapjack the Tiger Mask.
I like these guys together. They make pretty good stuff. I'm enjoying this. Oh, and now in comes Gedo, and that might have been Okada's gravest mistake.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Okada definitely needed to catch a breather after his skirmish with Tenzan, a preview for tomorrow. And now Tiger Mask with that springboard crossbody, beautifully done. A nice kick there. Look at Tiger Mask coming unglued. Getting to that next level. And now, kick straight to the head
right
in the corner.
Right to the freaking dome.
Wow.
Oh, look at this. He's going for a Tiger Plex, maybe. No.
No, and the opposing team breaking all that shit up.
Yeah, they are. Holy crap, man. They're everywhere. It seems like there's so many of them. Oh, wait, there's 5 of them.
Exactly.
Okada's the only one not in the ring right now because he's still recovering. But now they whip Tiger Mask. Chop from Goto.
Chop from
Ishii.
God.
Oh,
chop from Marufuji.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst one. And then the DDT from Okada.
And now Okada. Oh, the super kick from Gedo. That might do it. 2. And Makabe, though, breaking it up.
Look at that. Makabe breaking through the defenses of this team.
Makabe so
They're about
much.
to get double teamed here, but he might get off a
checks it.
Double lariat. Oh!
Double lariat. Makabe feeling dominant. I'll tell you.
They
this
call
may
it the Unchained Gorilla. I'm seeing an Unchained Locomotive, my friend.
Oh, you and me both, partner. I'll tell you, being 4-0 had to really do something to Makabe. Gedo there. I think that was a straight slap there. Caught him. Could have. No. Is it going to be an armbar here?
Yes, crucifix armbar. Yes, this is the second time we've seen this in
And he got it. Tiger Mask got it.
Yes.
Look at Tiger Mask.
With the crucifix armbar.
That team was stacked, but Gedo, perfecting his Captain New Japan imitation, tabs out here. Holy crap.
I love it.
Who would have thunk Tiger Mask MVP? That crucifix armbar.
I honestly, I don't think that was a proper crucifix arm bar. It was just like he was kind of standing on the one arm, and he was basically had the other one in a Fujiwara.
Let me tell you something, partner.
Oh my God, Okada is still going at it with Tenzan on the outside.
He's trying to tombstone him on the floor, for God's sakes.
I think he was. Wow, Okada.
That's more animalistic.
Such a good guy. What are you doing?
That's more animalistic from Okada than I'm used to.
Yeah, it really is. It's like something overtook him.
But, I mean, let me tell you something, partner, and I don't say this as an insult to Okada, quite the contrary. We know that Okada's always have a bit more brashness than usual when it comes to dealing with people he perceives as the old guard, like Tanahashi and like Tenzan. I think Okada's going to be coming in there with a lot of confidence, and it's going to be borderline arrogance. I don't think he respects people like Tenzan. I think he sees them, if I'm giving my honest assessment, like, why are you here? Why are you taking another young guy's spot? Why are you hogging the spotlight when it's our time? So that's why I think it's going to be such a riveting contest tomorrow, because I think Okada has that view of the old guard. But for Tenzan, it's such an emotional bout because you're in there with the world champion, and it really could be your last hurrah.
Man, Okada just tried to assassinate Tenzan.
He tried to tombstone him on the floor. There's no give on that floor, people. There's padding, but that ain't going to help your neck.
Oh, no. And that's the thing. Like, I personally, where I live, it is a concrete floor with very thin carpeting, and it's honestly, it's tough to even lay on without being in pain.
Exactly. And Tenzan, he probably just saw his career flash before his eyes, and he realizes, no, I'm not punching my time card in just yet. I still have more to give. As now, look at this victory pose here. 4 corners occupied. Liger takes the center.
These guys are all good friends.
Yeah, definitely. I think they've traveled many miles together.
Yeah, let's not forget that that one video of Liger trying to pin random guys in their sleep.
Didn't Tanahashi kick out at 1 even then?
Yeah, he did. And Hanma was awake before Liger went for the pin, and he still didn't kick out.
I'll tell you, Tanahashi probably wishes he could have performed this tournament asleep. He'd probably be doing better than what he has awake.
Oh, sick burn.
Tanahashi starting to make the comeback slowly. Started with bad luck Fale. We'll see if he could carry it over.
Yes.
I'll tell you.
Over with Goto.
Goto is not going to be a pushover. Goto is going to be looking to make his mark. He's going to be hungry for that win, I guarantee you.
Absolutely. And that being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the tag match section. This is the end of part 1 of day 8 of G1 Climax 16. Far too many numbers to keep track of. That being said, though, we are going to be back for our B block matches later on tonight or later on today. We have got SANADA, Fale, or I'm sorry, that's tomorrow. We've got Yoshihashi versus Evil, Honma versus Toru Yano, Nagata versus Nakajima, Shibata Naito, which I think is main eventing, and Elgin Omega in a Dominion rematch, but not in a ladder match. It's going to be a lot of fun. Be sure you stay tuned.